Hey fam, my name is Tara and here is Fashiondesigner. If you wondered how to create beads in clo3d, you can follow along this easy way beginner friendly tutorial. But before we start, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe and the like button below. It really helps the channel grow. Let's dive in. Okay, for the beginning, we need to use ellipse tool to create the bead. We can click on the window, so I want its diameter to be 5 mm to 5 mm. This is the bead. And if I zoom in, you can see it much more better. As you can see, it's yet flat and we need to add some thickness to it to be as like as a bead. So as it's selected from property editor window, we can change the rendering thickness and increase it to 100. Now if I change the garment rendering style to thick textured surface, you can see it looks much thicker, but we need to make it much more smoother, so we should decrease the particle distance to 0.8. Now it's more smoother. Now I prefer to change its color to a light shade of gray. That's okay. And we should go on from file part and export it as an OBJ file. Now you can save it on the drive you want. I prefer to save it on my desktop and we should give it a name. That's okay, and we can hit save. Select all patterns is okay, and I prefer to select multiple objects even if there is only one object. And also we need to save it as a thick object, of course. No changes on the scale. And also don't forget to save with texture files. It was saved and we should open the project to import it on the garment. This is my garment. And we should go through file part and import the OBJ file we saved. Change the load type to add and also change object type to trim. I want to decrease the scale to 10% and no changes on these parts, so we can press OK. Now you can see it is added here, and if I zoom in, you can see it's much more better. Here is the bead. And we should use this glue bottle to stick it on the garment. Maybe here is okay for me. Yep, that's okay. And If you go to Object Browser window, you can see the trim part. Select the bead and take a copy of it. Now we can bring the new bead onto the garment, and as it's selected, we can go to the property editor and change the scale. Make sure that the lock aspect ratio is on and make it smaller to 5:5. We can select them and use shortcut Ctrl+C to take copy of them, and then use shortcut Ctrl+V to paste these copies. You can go on and take as many as copies you want. I'm done with this part, and if we go to the trim part again and select the bead, you can see we can change its type to shiny. As you can see, it's more shiny than before. And now if I select this bead, I can change its type to metal too. And also I can select these ones to change them to glass type. As you can see, it will be appear only on render window. So we can select it and go to the render window to see what happens. This is the result. As you can see, there are 4 types of beads here. We're done. Hope you enjoyed, guys, and thanks for watching.